families, but they cannot make it, and therefore themselves and their kids are food insecure, which means the children don't even know when they're going to have their next meal. And City Harvest has today 18 trucks and a couple of bikes with a container in the back, and scroll the city with the trucks and bring back food that comes from those supermarkets and restaurants mostly, and also some big companies on the outside, and farmers who give fresh vegetables and fruits. And City Harvest pick up at the end of the night, for instance, at the Berlin, food that we will basically throw in garbage because it's not good enough for a luxurious restaurant to serve it the day after. Perfectly fine food. They put it in the trucks and serve it to 600 shelters. So it's a very logical approach, and at the same time it makes total sense. And I think in a city like Chicago, it would be a good idea to look at the model of City Harvest and duplicate that model here, because obviously we have a huge contrast in between wealthy people and people in need. And it's a lot of food that is spoiled and going to the garbage, and that food can be saved and we can help the community.
In general, first of all, fuck you for the crack on my fiction. But to answer your question, look, in every city I know of, no one is more involved in this issue or more generous than the chef community, probably because they're acutely aware of the fact that they are generally often serving food. Their cooks are serving food in a dining room that they cannot afford to eat in themselves. So you understand that disparity in a very just an everyday sense. You yourself are often very removed from the world of the people who can afford to eat the food you're making. No one, in my experience, is more involved and raises more money for exactly this issue than Jose Andres in Washington, D.C. I'm involved with him there at D.C. Central Kitchen. Hugely involved. Mario Batali raises millions and millions of dollars for Food Bank New York, which I'm involved with. Eric is a City Harvest guy. I mean, I think you'd be hard pressed to find chefs anywhere in major markets who are not really involved in this issue. And it's really weird. It's actually raining money. Yeah. What should you do? Look, this is a situation. Chicago, I don't know the situation in Chicago. I don't know what the existing. I don't know what existing structures you have here. I'm guessing you have some.
You have to go city by city, and you cannot go globally. But if you go city by city, and I mentioned to you the example of City Harvest, it works. And then actually it exists in the US a system where if you have a farmer in Dakota who says, I have 20 pounds of potatoes that I'm not selling, we can send a trailer and pick it up and bring it back.
And I want to underline what Eric is saying here. You cannot, there is no blanket solution to world hunger, okay? I have seen this very, very, very painfully. You can distribute food in the Bronx, okay? Distributing food in the same way in Haiti or the Congo, where people with a level, the infrastructure is different, the societal culture is different, can be you can cause real harm by blindly and without thinking trying to solve the same problem in a different way. It's extraordinarily difficult question, but I think if anybody who's anyone close to production of food or the serving of food has a good heart and a willingness to help, they will find a way to do that. And of course, I urge anyone to do that.
I just would like for you to elaborate.